Hello, you're very welcome to Croke Park on All-Ireland Club Final Day, and I can tell you a great atmosphere here at headquarters for the two games today. Well, we feature live on the programme one of those games, the hurling final between Patrickswell of Limerick and Glenmore from Kilkenny. Well, conditions here in Dublin, it's very breezy, I can tell you. It's overcast as well. We're hoping that the rain is going to stay away, but conditions underfoot quite heavy. Watching the games with me this afternoon will be Enright of Galway and Eamon Cregan from Limerick. Gentlemen, you're both very welcome. Éanna, of course, the club hurling final we're about to see, a very, very big day for these players.
It is, yeah, especially when it's both teams, it's their first time in the All-Ireland final up here. It's going to be very exciting for the people out there playing when they weren't involved in county hurling and that. I think the only two lads out there that really not going to feel the nerves is Christy and Leonard Enright. They have fairly experience. Even for inter-county players though, playing for the club is such a pride thing. Yeah, because basically the club depend on you. When you do play for the county, they look up to you to lead the club as best as you can, and I suppose a lot of extra pressure is on you.
Eamon Cregan, the question I suppose that Limerick people want to know is, can Patrickswell do it?
Well, I hope they can, because they deserve it. From 1966 they've won 12 senior Limerick County Championships. They were beaten 2 years ago by O'Donovan Rossa. The big problem they have, I think, is Christy Heffernan at full forward. Will Paul Foley be able to cope with him? I am hopeful they will, but they need to keep the ball moving. Glenmore are a strong physical side, and if they slow the game down, they're in trouble.
I mentioned the fact that the conditions underfoot here are quite heavy. Do you think that might suit Glenmore a little bit better? I think it will suit Glenmore because it's very heavy. They're a big, stronger team, where Patrickswell are a smaller team. But if the ball is in the air a lot, then the conditions underneath won't matter a great deal. But if the ball drops on the ground, then it's going to be dead on the ground. Éanna, you mentioned Christy Heffernan there a moment. He's the linchpin for the Kilkenny side, of course, and no stranger to Croke Park, so a lot will depend on him today.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking to Christy to lead them, and indeed the other Heffernan brothers as well. Conditions will suit Christy. I think it's heavier going. It won't be as fast as the dry weather would let the hurling be, but hopefully it'll be a good game.
Well, Éanna, in just a moment we'll be going over to our match commentator Marty Morrissey, but first our own Avian.
Pride of Kilkenny and of Leinster Club Hurling, champions Glenmore have built quite a reputation in its 103-year history, winning 19 county senior football titles and 2 hurling titles. Unquestionably, today is Glenmore's proudest day. In a positional switch just a few moments ago, Ray Heffernan will be joined by his brother Des at midfield, which means Michael Phelan will play at centre forward, despite the fact he'll be wearing number 9, and Pat Barron will play at left half forward. Patrickswell, 25 years after winning their first championship title, they go forth today in pursuit of the ultimate, the All-Ireland crown. Referee Willie Barrett, refereeing his very first All-Ireland Club Hurling final, starts proceedings. 60 minutes to decide where the All-Ireland crown is going. Is it to Munster, is it to Leinster, Patrickswell or Glenmore? First into the attack is Patrickswell. Sean Foley underneath it. There too, however, is Eddie Aylward, the Glenmore fullback, getting it down towards his left half-back Des Ennett. Carey, right whole battle going to develop there between these two players. This is Anthony Carmody. The first score will be crucial. Can it be the Limerick champions? This is Leonard Enright, faced by Eddie O'Connor. Leonard high and over the bar. After 35 seconds of play, Leonard Enright, the 39-year-old former Bank of Ireland All-Star, puts his club in front. Well, as Michael Lester said in the introduction, great atmosphere, great excitement here, and a marvellous match anticipated. Goalkeeper Michael Deady with the puck out. Patrickswell playing with slight wind advantage in the first half. And the Croke Park pitch a little bit soggy and wet after the heavy rain here in Dublin last night, but still great work by the groundsman, having it in perfect reeling condition for this All-Ireland final. Michael Phelan with Mullally in the parish of Glenmore. And that goes harmlessly to the left and wide. So it scores Patrickswell still that 1 point in front. Referee Willie Barrett from Fhelan in County Tipperary, hoping to do well like all the players here in Croke Park. Anthony Carmody getting it back to his captain David Punch, looking for help from the former Carey. Nerves obvious and evident in the opening moments. For that foul there by Carey, Michael Phelan earns Glenmore an opportunity here, which Ray Heffernan from just outside the 45-metre line, well within his range. Lives in the parish of Kilmacow now, and Ray Heffernan sends it high and over the bar. The sides are level, and we now have just over 2 minutes gone in the first half. Getting his first touch of an All-Ireland club slither, Joe Murphy, one of 13 players from Marion Park in Patrickswell. John Carey trying to get it up, but here is Eddie O'Connor, and Eddie is fouled in the process, and he earns a free just inside his own 45-metre line. The man that's going to take it is the Kilkenny senior player, Liam Walsh. That's a mighty puck of a ball in towards Big Christie. He has it in his hand, and he shows why the Glenmore have won 19 county football championships. A good point by the bull Christie, Heffernan. He really is the hero of Glenmore. When I visited the parish last Tuesday night, all they were talking about was just one thing: would Christie function this afternoon? Pulled on there by Ennett. This is Sean Carey, prison officer in Limerick. Outside him is Gary Kirby. He was a little bit doubtful actually during the week with an ankle injury, but no Patrickswell man would miss Croke Park on All-Ireland final day. This is Sean Carey getting it inside to Kieran Carey, and that's a very good score. In fact, he sent it wide. I thought from here it looked like it was going over the top of the post, and so did Patrickswell people as well. But the umpire right behind the post, indicating that Kieran Carey had sent that one to the right and wide. Good work by Anthony Carmody, trying to find Sean Foley or Leonard Enright, but hit it that little bit too hard. So another opportunity gone there for Patrickswell. Good sized crowd here in Croke Park. Everybody anticipating a real thriller here between these Leinster and Munster champions. Willie Barrett indicating that Glenmore were fouling one of the Patrickswell players. In fact, it was for pushing. The free going to be taken by left half back Foley. An experienced player and very stylish, dropping it in towards Sean Foley. Good play back outside to Kieran Carey. Ennett is there. He'll have his hands full with Kieran Carey, but Ennett shows how it is done. Getting it up towards Pat Barron. Well pulled on there by Pat Foley. Christy Heffernan alongside Paul Foley, trying to get it out. Referee waving play on. Comes to left half forward there. Heffernan now playing in midfield. This is his brother Ray. Good switch over to Michael Phelan. This is left corner back Kelleher. Good work by the Glenmore forwards. Comes into right half forward Dennis Mullally, and that goes over the bar. Glenmore 3 points, Patrickswell 1. So after a shaky start by Glenmore. They certainly have responded to the challenge being put forward by Patrickswell. Well pulled on there by Sean Carey. Coming out to meet it is left corner back PJ O'Connor. His father won a Junior All-Ireland in 1946, would you believe, with Kilkenny, with Diamond Hayden and Nick O'Donnell, who went on to play great games with Wexford. Anthony Carmody picking up the break. Half blocked down by Des Heffernan. Comes across to Kieran Carey. Looking at the posts, but sending it once again to the right and wide. So in fact, that's 3 wides for Patrickswell. And for many of these young Patrickswell players, it's their very first time playing in Croke Park. Michael Deady's puck out. This is Des Heffernan. Falling outside, wasn't expecting it really though, was Des Ennett. Sean Carey and Gary Kirby. Well anticipated by Liam Walsh. Switching it over towards John Heffernan. Pat Carey is there, so too is Michael Phelan. And that goes harmlessly to the right and wide. Joe Murphy, the Patrickswell goalkeeper. He was substitute for Tommy Quaid for many years and has now got 7 county championship medals for Patrickswell. 12 in the last 25, so they come here to Croke Park with quite a reputation. Anthony Carmody, Des Heffernan chasing after him, but he had fouled the ball, and referee Willie Barrett insistent that that is a free to Glenmore. So right half back, Liam Walsh won a National Hurling League medal against Wexford last year. Played in the 1977 All-Ireland final against Galway, so he's a very experienced right half-back. And it certainly may pay dividends for Glenmore before the hour is out. Pat Carey getting his hurling to it. Dennis Mullally nipping in, showing a fine pair of heels, and from a difficult angle he gets his second point. 2 points for Dennis Mullally, and Glenmore stretched their lead to 3 points. It was fine individual skill by Dennis Mullally. He certainly is causing problems in the early stages for Patrickswell, and gently over the bar. Nice point. Break far side. Gary Kirby trying to get it first. His left half forward. Seamus Kirby, his brother, who of course are nephews of Phil Bennis, the Patrickswell mentor. It's a real family team, this Patrickswell side. Glenmore. Liam Walsh. Good work by Gary Kirby. Well blocked down. Leonard Enright inside him. But referee indicating that Glenmore lads had fouled Gary Kirby, and an opportunity now for Patrickswell to reduce the Glenmore lead. So that's the angle for Gary Kirby. 4:46 in this championship so far. Make it 4:47. Top scorer in all the championship matches. 4 points to 2, Glenmore lead. Good puck out by Michael Deady. Des Heffernan pulling on it. First to the ball though is Pa Foley. Getting it up for Sean Kirby. This is Gary Kirby. Good intelligent ball to Kieran Carey, Nigel Carey. This is Kieran Carey. Looking at the post, sending it in towards Sean Foley. Just lost his footing as the slither came in, and Michael Bomber Deady was there to relieve the pressure. Down to the far side, John Heffernan and Pa Foley. And it goes off the Glenmore man, Dennis Mullally. 9 ball for Patrickswell.